Hello, greetings, felicitations, salutations wherever you are, and welcome to the beautiful church of St. Mary Magdalene in Yarwell, Northamptonshire. This is a short, unbuttressed west tower with a small pyramidal roof, which are quite rare. The tower is largely an 18th century remodelling, though the late 13th century window is probably original. Consider this: April 1782, nighttime. There's been a very heavy fall of snow. The weight of this snow, plus the weight of the new lead on the roof, causes a collapse. Foresight is a very welcome thing, and a little while beforehand it was stated that the church was in need of structural repairs, but these had not been actioned before this collapse. And as you can see here, both the north and the south aisles were put out of action. Upon closer inspection, it was considered that the nave and chancel were more than adequate to contain the inhabitants. Why do we need the north and south aisles? So the aisles were removed, their arcades bricked up, and that's what we can see in the ghostly outlines still visible on both sides of the church. Even though the aisles were pulled down in 1782, also the surviving north and south chapels are dated from their original time, from the 1200s. There is a line inside the church that we see today that shows where the original thatched roof would have been. It was rethatched in 1804, and that thatch stood for nearly 100 years. As there are no aisles, there are no porches here, with the entrance being through the north door, which is cut into the centre of the 3 bricked arches. I noticed this fellow behind the pulpit, and for a few moments thought, what on earth is it? And then something sparked my memory. Although I can't imagine this lingering behind the pulpit for the past 200 odd years. What I really like about this church is that when we move inside, we can see that the interior arcades are still physically visible and available to touch along both the north and south walls. They're becoming part of the structure rather than being covered over or plastered over. Inside the chapel, there are 2 bays leading into the north and south chapels. The southern chapel being exactly that. And the northern chapel now acting as a form of vestry behind the organ. Inside the vestry, there's this rather wonderful, beautiful tomb to Humphrey Bellamy. It's got a glass top, and as a child, Bellamy came to Yarwell, ill, destitute, whilst walking to London to find his uncle, who was a rich merchant. He was looked after by the locals, and he vowed to one day repay their kindness. And in 1715, when he died, he was buried at Yarwell, endowing a local charity to aid the poor of the area. This font is octagonal and dates from the Victorian period. Thank you for looking at the beautiful little church of St. Mary Magdalene in Yarwell, Northamptonshire.